Underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, D'Angelo Russell says he patterns his game after another crafty lefty. He said, if I could model my game after somebody, it would be Manu Ginobili. He was never the most athletic, but he could pass, he could score, and he was just so unpredictable. Not a bad role model for D'Lo. Kevin?
Not at all. Yeah, some similarities definitely there, David. Thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Anderson in at the small forward spot. And for Memphis, the wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
Now here's Anderson for 3. Edwards. The rebound by Steven Adams. Morant against Russell. Morant drives in. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Passes it to Anderson. Towns against Jackson. Outside, Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads from 9. Anderson can't get it to go. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Offensive rebound. Uses the glass to finish the way.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Bain against Edwards. Anderson goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And here's Brooks from outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Fires from deep. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, Steven Adams' instinct is to pass it first. And what instincts he has. Wow, pretty play.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Russell passes to Anderson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Towns. A floater, and it's good on the way up. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
And the shot goes in.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Here's Bain. Again, Memphis.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
And blocked by Bain. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And so it's Payne who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 6-point lead. From deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Anderson outside. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. Memphis shooting their first free throw of the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
At the line for one. And that one falls for Brooks.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks' game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. It really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Outside Edwards. Back to Anderson. Outside Russell. Over in the corner, Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Left side, Payne. And that one is good.
Man, what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Russell looking around. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Grizzlies on offense. They're on a 17-6 run.
And now the final year of his contract. D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Anderson finds Towns. Now Russell. With the teardrop, good, and the assist goes to Towns. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first. Here's Russell, and Adams sends it back.
Was so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams terrific protecting the basket.
And we'll get a look at how the Hustle-Stat game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
And Memphis making a change here. Green's checked in. Torian Prince, he's checked in for Minnesota. Noel comes in for Russell. And Gobert drops them both.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Green against Edwards. And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from him already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there. Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Morant with the steal. And Morant throws it down.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam?
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That's to Noel. Knocked away. Here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Memphis the other way. Green inside. Edwards defending. And there's Green on the assist from Jackson.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Morant passes to Jackson. From the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's been all about Dillon Brooks for the Grizzlies. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Memphis leading by 18. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Edwards. And it's Torian Prince. And it's Noel in at the point. And the pass to Noel. And Adams sends it back. Edwards against Green. The shot that time, not on target. Timberwolves trail by 20. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Morant. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. And sometimes in the closing moments, NBA games can slow to a crawl. Of course, you and I know that firsthand. Intentional foul. Replay reviews. What should the league revise in terms of that?
The most important thing they did is take some of the replay reviews and allow some caucus to deal with it. That speeds up action. The fact of the matter is fouls and free throws at the end of the game are part of strategy. And yes, we need to be quick with replay reviews, but we have to understand this is strategic and important stuff that happens.
Minnesota. They've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Noel. Guarded by Morant. Noel passes to Edwards. Goes up the baseline. Here's Towns, and the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 6 points.
Dominant on the boards. Karl Anthony Towns knows I can get points on the board by getting to the offensive glass.
Here's Morant. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Inside and finished off by Gobert.
Wow, why lay it in when you can send an emphatic message? Rudy Gobert on the dunk.
Green against Edwards. Shoots a fader. Here's Tillman. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against Wynn.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there? Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Brooks against Prince. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Morant. 14 points for Dylan Brooks.
And definitely a streak shooter. When Brooks is hot, he can carry the offense.
Edwards against Green. Edwards kicks to Gobert. Prince outside. Feeds to Edwards. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. 6 points for Anthony Edwards.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Here's Brooks. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Many teams would use a multi-position defender like Torian Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Torian is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job testing shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
And that one falls for Prince.
And you watch Torian Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Brandon Clark comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Bain in for Brooks. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Gobert. Edwards gets that one to drop. A rare make, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Here's Green, got a piece of it. Russell against Morant. It's tipped. Clark outside. Shoots over Towns. Morant on the foul. Morant's got 6 in the quarter.
Have to respect Morant's activity on the offensive glass. Has an outstanding feel for when to go and attack the board.
Now here's Prince. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Baseline jumper. And the rejection by Clark. Here's Morant. And Morant.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Outside Edwards. And here we go. Fast break and Morant's on.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Russell kicks to Edwards. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul. Gunshar's checked in for Green. And then for Minnesota, Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Taurean Prince. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Morant against Russell. Shot clock at 5. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
In the corner, it's Bain. Pulls up. What a play! Simply dreams it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... There was no stopping John Morant in the first half. He had 14 points, 3 steals. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And there's Jackson. And it's Tillman in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Here is Anderson after the basket by Jaren Jackson. Edwards finds Anderson. Russell with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And another fast break for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're running.
Getting it done with both hands, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Deep 2 from Russell. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 10 points.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will take possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Anderson passes to Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistakes.
Jackson down low. Towns on him. And again, Jaren Jackson.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now, here is Russell. To the middle. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
Here's Tillman, and it's Memphis with another.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Oh, what an impressive impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this junction.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When there's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
NBA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD, the two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeRozan in Chicago. Hit those all day long. David, thank you. Some changes for Memphis. Adams comes in for Tillman, and Brooks subbed in for Conjo. Minnesota also with the sub. Reed's checked in. Morant dishes to Jackson. Over Towns, and the Grizzlies tack on two more.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
Russell finds Reed. Back to Russell. Morant with the steal. And here we go. Morant hitting to the hoop.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies tack on two more.
And with the short area quickness and vertical, Morant can get a good look from mid-range anytime he wants.
Now here's Anderson. Goes back up. Towns, no luck. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Brooks against Anderson. Tries from 16, and the Grizzlies check on two more.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he hits work for him.
Deep two from Russell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 20-4 run. Adams outside. Shoots over Reed. Adams' shot is off. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Kept alive. 2 points. That one goes. Reed's got his first bucket in this one.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Morant. It's good from about 19 feet. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Here's Payne. Can't cash in from close range. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's Russell with the drive. Towns lays it up off the glass. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Now here's Jackson. 16 points for him. Over Russell. Adams trying to free himself up. Here's Morant. Kicks it to Jackson. Over Russell. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 18 points in the game.
And great from deep, Jackson. No issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Anderson against Brooks. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Passes to Edwards. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now Morant. For the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Morant's got 9 points here in the second half. And so it's Memphis, able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got McDaniels, also Nas Reed out there, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Memphis has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Tillman, guarded by Reed, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. Minnesota shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Prince wide open. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams against Prince. And the Grizzlies take down 2 more.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And for Memphis, their shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
What's up?
And that one falls for Williams. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. To the left side wing. Now, here's Reed. He's covered closely. Kicks it out to Prince to end the run. Rebound by Williams. Grizzlies have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you gotta acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Jaren Jackson's checked in for Brandon Clark.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Right on the bucket. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by Memphis. Here's Prince. Here's McDaniels. And finished up by McDaniel.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to make no doubt.
And how Jackson makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Now here's Prince. Here's Forbes. Here's Noel. No good from outside.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
What a tough pass by Morant. He found the wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Here's Noel. He dishes it to Prince. The 10-footer. That one drops one. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Moore is checked in for the Timberwolves. Jordan McLaughlin comes in for Noel. Here's McDaniels. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The 17-footer. And the Grizzlies 10 and 2 more.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Reed following the score by Memphis. Here's Jones. To the paint, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Basket counts.
And here's a guy that's not in post mode. Jackson going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
So it's the Timberwolves now. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
And his defense is so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following Jaren Jackson's three-point attempt. Takes a three, hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Morant.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Austin Rivers is checked in for McDaniel.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Minnesota making a switch. McDaniels checked in. There's 57 seconds left in the game.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones.
Fires Jones. First personal foul. Second team.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Please give a big round of applause.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Count that one.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones.
A terrific defender, and Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
If it counts.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Jones.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
13 foul.
The first one falls.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin. Taking
So he gets them both. On the wing, Williams. Over Moore. Gets it to fall.
Putting on a clinic this score. I mean, what a tremendous